Hello Booktube, hello friends, welcome to Lizzie Faye Loves Books. I'm Elizabeth, and in this video I'd like to share with you the romance books that I have accumulated over the past few months. Now I've done a separate video, a couple of them actually, over the last few months of Christian fiction, which also included some Christian romance, and I have acquired a couple more since then that I will include at the end of this video. I'm just trying to make an effort to get all of my book haul books shown to you so that I can get them put away. And I did just order a new release that is could kind of be considered romantic suspense, but I'll save those till the end. For right now, I want to show you first the category romances that I have accumulated recently or in the last few months. I've had friends that have given me some, I have bought some, I have even ordered a couple online, and as of right this minute, one of them hasn't arrived yet, but one just came today, and so I want to show that to you. It is almost unheard of for me to order books online. I just don't do it a lot. I really enjoy the thrill of the hunt to look for books that I'm looking for, and at the same time I like to browse what's available at library book sales and used bookstores, and I end up more often than not picking up books that if it's a great price, I will just pick up books that look interesting or books that I think I might want to read. So I just really enjoy that. It's almost a separate hobby, book shopping and book reading. So anyway, I'm participating right now in the Category Romance Readathon that is hosted by Sarah, the Bookish Knitter, and Bree from Falling for Romance on Instagram. And the challenges are to read category romances. And that is basically these pocket-sized romances that are published. They've been being published for quite a few years. You typically think of them as Harlequins. There are a few other companies that do publish category romances, and any of those books are fair game for this readathon. So I'm just really kind of low-key participating. I am not trying to accomplish all of the challenges, but I am reading 2 different books for the readathon. And one of them, the one I have started, is Love's 9 Lives. It is by Kara Coulter and Cassidy Caron. This is a silhouette romance from 2006, and it's book 1 in the Perpetually Yours series, which is a 3-book collection that I believe don't relate to each other, but it has an underlying pet theme. So I have this one. I've had this for quite a few years. I picked it up at a library book sale. And then I also have the 3rd one, which is A Tale of Love by Alice Sharp. Now, this one is more dog-related, dog-themed, and the first one, the main character has a cat. Hang on one second. It's always a balancing act when I'm doing a video. So I have had these 2 books on my shelves, and I've had my eye out for the 2nd book. Even though I don't think you need to read these in order, you don't need to read all 3 of them, I just wanted to have all 3 of them. And I've looked it up on Goodreads. I knew what the book was. I knew it would look very similar to these, so I've had my eye out. But it has just been increasingly evident that looking for a specific category romance book is very hard, especially if they're more than 5 years old. So along those lines, there is another book that I found on Hoopla that I wanted to read, and I thought, I really want to have a physical copy of that. And I am planning to listen to it for the readathon this week, and I ordered it as well. So basically, I went online to order the new release that I wanted to order, and I thought, while I'm doing this, it was Prime Day, and I thought, I'm just going to go ahead and see if anybody has these 2 category romances that I want to read, and just order them. So I was able to find both of them at a fairly decent price. Of course, much more than I would pay at a library book sale, but I was never going to find them at a library book sale. Of course, saying that, next week when I go to a library book sale, I'll probably find it, but it's okay. Anyway, then I also gave myself the luxury of ordering the oldest book on my Amazon TBR, and it's actually a Christmas book, but it's something I've been wanting for a long time, and I'll show you that in another haul. But anyway, I'm very excited. I got the Christmas book already, and I got the new release, which I'll show you the new release at the end of this video. Sorry, I've got a doggy down here. And then one just came today, and it is the Perpetually Yours romance. The other one is a Harlequin Presents, and I will... I'll probably, since it's not here yet, I won't upload this video until it comes, or if I decide to go ahead and upload the video, I'll just put in a picture. I'll pull it up on my phone or something and edit in a little clip at the end. Anyway, I started trying to get this open before I started filming, and I didn't quite get it all the way open. Okay, so this is Domesticating Luke by Sandra Paul, and it's book 2 in this little 3-book collection. Now, I hesitate to call it a trilogy because I don't think that each book relates to the other. I don't know, there may be some connections, but I'm almost, 95% sure that you could read one without picking up any of the others. But I wanted to have them all. I'm excited about these. I'm on chapter 2 of this one right now. I'm not going to read all of these this year. I just wanted to have them. And while I was reading this one, I thought, I'm just going to go ahead and order this second one. So I'm happy to have it. So the next ones I want to show you are also Harlequins. They are romantic suspense. Not love-inspired. These are just Harlequin romantic suspense. These were, I think some of these were given to me, and a couple of them I picked up maybe at a fill-a-bag book sale because I recognize the series. I'll show you those two first. They're by Marie Farrarella, and they're from the Kavanagh series. I was given several of these from by a book club friend, and I don't have anything that is lower in the series than I think like 23 or something. Or no, I think I have book 12, and then it skips over to the 20s. Sorry, I'm taking a sticker off. And this is a long time ongoing series, so my library doesn't have the earlier books. I haven't looked on ebook. I'm hoping that they at least exist on ebook. But it's the Kavanagh series, and the, let's see here, book 23 is Kavanagh Standoff. If you have read any of these and is it a big deal to, do they need to be read in order? Is it better to read them in order? Or can you just pick one up and read it? I don't know. And then this is book 35. It is a long series, Kavanagh Surrender. Or Kavanagh's Surrender. So I don't know anything about those, but, I'm intrigued, especially if they all relate to the same family or group or whatever. And, and here's another one. I didn't write down the number of this one, Kavanagh Cowboy by Marie Farrarella. And then I have 3 others here that are by different authors. They are, this one is Romantic Suspense, Soldier for Hire by Kimberly Van Meter. I think someone gave me this. And then these are Harlequin Intrigue, A Desperate Search by Amanda Stevens. And this is from the Tactical Crime Division, Midnight Abduction by Nicole Severn. If you've heard of any of these, let me know. And then I have 2 more that are... these are love-inspired suspense, and I've shown these before because I think I got both of these on my trip to Texas and back. This one is called Plain Threats, and I believe one of you guys told me that it is maybe book 2 or 3 in a series. It's by Allison Stone, and see the buggy there on the front, so this is an Amish-themed book. And then this one by Lenora Worth. I have read at least one book, I think, by her. I know I own some others, but the title of this one is what got me. This is going to be the best title in the whole book haul. Secret Agent Minister. I cannot wait to see what that's about. If you've ever heard of that or read it, let me know. And then the rest of these I don't think would be considered category romances. Well, I don't know. These 2 might. This is a Harlequin, The Best of Betty Neals. The book is called A Kind of Magic. I know Steve Donahue was always talking about Betty Neals. I think she's an old romance writer from way back and very, squeaky clean. And I think I have at least 1 or 2 others of her books on my shelves. So I'm excited about that one. This is from a series that I have collected the whole series. I did own this book at one time, but I also collected the whole series for my sister, and for the collection that I was sending to her, we were missing this one, and so I went ahead and sent her my copy, and then I found myself another one. This is Milky Way. It's by Muriel Jensen. This is from the Welcome to Tyler series. I've been buddy reading this series with my friend Mande from the Night Owl Booktube channel, and I think we're going to read at least one or two more this summer. We usually read one or two for whatever romance readathon that Sarah is hosting, but I already had so much going on in June that I could barely fit in a couple of category romances, and I didn't know if this would count as a category romance or not. It's set in the fictitious town of Tyler, Wisconsin, and it is very loosely quilt themed. There is a little mention of quilts throughout the story, but throughout, each book, but it's not, the cover's a little bit deceiving because it's not fully quilt based or quilt themed. All right, this one was given to me by a book club friend who gave me a whole bag of books, and I think this is a romance. How I Came to Sparkle Again by, is it Kaya or Kaya? Probably Kaya McLaurin, and that looks fun. It looks very wintry with snow on the cover, so that might be a good winter read. And I've got a couple of Debbie Maycomber books that I have picked up here and there. One of them is a Christmas book. It is The Perfect Christmas, and I think this has a bonus story. Oh, and it also has holiday recipes inside, so that's fun. And then this one I think is part of a series. It's called Sooner or Later. I've got one other one I think that's in that series. I am going to be reading some Debbie Maycomber books later in the year. I have a bunch of author binges that are scheduled for this year, and so I think I have Debbie scheduled for maybe July. That sounds right. So I don't know if I'll read that one. I'll mostly be focusing on ones that I can get on audio. So if I can get that series on audio, then I will. This one I think I got at Dollar General for $1, and it's by Virginia Cantra called Carolina Blues. This one I think probably does get a little steamy. I listened to a couple of her books on Audible that were a little more steamy than is to my taste, but I picked that up for $1. I recognize the author. I think I bought that before I listened to the other books that I listened to by her. Like I said, I've been holding on to some of these for a while. On my trip, one lovely bookstore owner that I met found out I hadn't read any Danielle Steele, and she gave me this one. It is called A Good Woman. I haven't read anything by Danielle Steele, so she said that she thought I would enjoy that one. And then I've got one that I just picked up yesterday, I think. No, was it yesterday or day before? I feel like I got this free somewhere. Oh, I paid, it was Tuesday when I took Emily to the doctor visit, and we kind of went around a different way, and I ended up going to the book rack in Ocoee, Florida, and they had a clearance rack out front, and this was I want to say this was 25 cents, and I've been reading this series. This is from the Beach House series by Mary Alice Monroe. This is book 5, Beach House Reunion, and that's the one that I'm planning to read next. This is a series that I plan to try to catch up with this year, although she just added book number 7 just this summer, and so I had it slated to read books 5 and 6 this year, and then that would mean I would finish the series, but now there's another one, so I may put this one on hold because I really I've been really enjoying that 2 a year for the last couple of years, and I've been listening to them on audio CD from my library. So if she's still writing the series and there's going to be a book 8 next year, then I'll read this one and the next one, and then save 7 and 8 for next year and finish it up then. It is on my Serious About Series challenge, but as I recall, the goal was to finish 21 series, and I had 22 on my list. So one can be put on hold if I need it to. And then I have a couple of other Christian fiction books. I think I got all of these from our little free library. I may have bought one from the library bookshelf. This one, City Girl, Country Vet by Kathy Woodman. At first, I picked it up and I thought it was talking about the city girl is a country vet, and that may be the case, but it may be about a city girl and a country vet who's not the same person. So I'm not sure. But since my daughter is now working as a certified veterinary assistant and is going to be going to school, hopefully to pursue a career as a vet, I thought this might be something that she would find fun. And now that she's done with school and she's working, she doesn't have homework, at least for the summer. She will be going to college in the fall, but she's been interested in reading a little bit more this summer, and perusing my bookshelves and picking up books here and there to read. So I may read it first, but then this will eventually go to her. And then these others, at least 2 of them, and maybe 3 of them, I picked up in our local Little Free Library. Now, I did not put anything back in exchange for these, but I have supplied that Little Free Library with probably hundreds of books. So every once in a while, if I see one that I want to have, it's okay. This will go with my short story collection of Barber books. This is the Valiant Hearts. If you hear rustling down here, I do have a dog down here. The Valiant Hearts romance collection. Mary Lou Tyndall and Kathleen Ibarbo. I'm not sure how to say that. Anyway, a lot of times these have a really nice flap, and this one is no exception. So these are all Christian short stories. And then this one I picked up because my friend that owns a flea market bookstore over a few towns away, she has spoken really highly of Mary Connolly, and she said, I can't believe I haven't read any Mary Connolly. So I found this one, Gingham Mountain, and I don't know if I got this in the Little Free Library or not. I found it somewhere and picked it up. So it looks very cute. This one I definitely got in the Little Free Library. I kept seeing it and thinking, I don't really need it because I've already listened to these on audio, but it's such a beautiful book. And honestly, the Little Free Library shelves were bulging. They needed something to come out because you can't even get to the back. And I thought, I'm just going to go ahead and bring this home, at least for now. I may eventually trade it back in later, but this was such a good series. This is the first 2 books in a trilogy. I own the 3rd one on audio in my Audible library. I don't own the first 2. They were on the Audible Escape package, I believe, and I listened to them there, and then I had to buy the 3rd one. This is the Mercy Falls collection, and the first book is The Lightkeeper's Daughter, and the second book is The Lightkeeper's Bride, and the 3rd book, which is not in here, is The Lightkeeper's Ball. And it is a historical fiction series and just wonderful. A lot of suspense, a lot of action, and thoroughly enjoyed it. It says that my battery is going dead, so I want to show you real quick. This is the debut novel that I ordered on Amazon. I have a full review of it on my channel. I'm not sure. I filmed that review today, and I don't know if it's going to go up before this video or after, but I also interviewed this author. This is her debut novel. It is wonderful. It is such a good book. It's not your typical Amish book. There's very little romance and a lot of suspense and a lot of action, which you don't find in your typical romance Amish fiction book at all. So the author is Debra Torres. It is The Forbidden Gift. This is book 1 in a series that is still being written, and the first chapter of book 2 is in the back of this one. You can get this on Amazon either in this physical form or on ebook. So I would encourage you to pick it up. It's great. If you have any questions about it, then check out my review of this book or the author interview that we did near the end of April. So for now, that's all I have. That is all of the romances and even a couple of extras that I have acquired in the last few months. And let's chat about any of these books in the comments. And if you are participating in the Category Romance Challenge Readathon, let me know, and let's chat in the comments, and I hope you'll come back for my next video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day. Read a good book, and God bless you. Hey, I just want to jump in here and show you the one that I ordered. It has now arrived, and I am about half done reading it. I'll tell you a little more about it during my readathon wrap-up in a few days. But this is Virgin on Her Wedding Night by Lynn Graham. It's a Harlequin Presents from 2010, I believe. It's my first time reading this author, and so far I'm enjoying it.